Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have the last movie currently in my list. So until at least the end of this quarter, which is the end of June, we're not going to have any more movies randomly selected from this list. Eventually, Avatar Fire and Ash will be coming toward the end of June, and Hoppers somewhere around there, somewhere. I'm not sure. Probably even in July, as late as July, I should say. So this is our last movie, Life Size. Yes, it is an hour and 29 minutes. It's from the year 2000, and it feels like it. I just never thought that the year 2000 would feel like a different era, like a completely different era. Yes, okay. This is a TV movie, a Disney Channel movie, starring Lindsay Lohan, tiny little Lindsay Lohan, and it's 26 years ago. She's like 10. I don't know. She has a birthday in this, but I can't remember if they said how old she was in this. She's a little too old for dolls, though, even though that's the premise of the movie, because that's Tyra Banks and that's Jerry Burns, but Tyra Banks is a doll named Eve, who's come to life due to witchcraft. So basically, okay, ding ding ding, I haven't used that in a while, but this is yet another Disney film where there's a dead parent. It's a kind of requirement for a tremendous amount of Disney films that focus on not sports or whatever the extreme sport is of the day back in the 90s on the Disney Channel. It's if it has a family focus to it, well, there's always got to be only one parent, and one of them's got to be dead, and she's dealing with stuff. She. I mean, okay, it's also kind of progressive that she's a tomboy who plays on the football team. Okay. Like, the reveal is that the very first thing we see is a kid's like a, not even junior high, like a elementary school age. I don't even know what they call that, the age, like an elementary school football team, and or maybe they're junior high kids. Again, I can't tell. I don't know. They're all young. They're all like a million years younger than me. So they're like, there's a football game, and the quarterback throws a pass, the kid misses it, and they start yelling at each other, and the quarterback pulls off the helmet, and it's Lindsay Lohan, red tresses, flowing freckles everywhere, and she's a girl on a football team. That's a surprise. Big twist, gang. So what we have here is a girl who's working out her sadness and aggression, or anything she might have in life, due to not having a mom anymore. Who, they had a really good family, and Dad's dealing with his own way. He's slammed with work. He's always working. In fact, he doesn't go to her football games. I would think if I had a daughter who was playing football, I would be at every one of those games just to be that bad parent who would go, did you just hit my daughter? I don't know. I know I would probably be stopped after the first time and be banned from the games, but that's what football is. You gotta tackle each other. Either way, she's dealing with her stuff, and so she finds out by using pre-Google internet searching. No Jeeves, no any of those other ones that I've now completely erased from my mind. It is literally, she's searching for a way to bring her mother back from the dead. It starts out really dark. This is a kid just Googling the occult. This should have been something that raised alarm bells in all the churches at that time. We had satanic panic back in the 80s, where everybody's just like, oh, heavy metal? Oh, look out. We got to stop people from listening to heavy metal. We should probably stop people from watching Lindsay Lohan, Tyra Banks Disney Channel movies. Yeah. Well, of course, everything goes wrong. I'm not going to tell you the entire story, obviously, but this is the premise, okay? She decides to cast a spell, even after everybody's trying to be nice to her on her birthday, including the woman who is really good friends with her dad. And then she's played by Anne-Marie DeLuise. Drew is her character's name is Drew. She's probably like they don't lean into this at all, because Dad, at once they get to know her, yes, she comes to life. It's obvious. I'm not giving away a spoiler here. Dad starts to fall for her and not for the actual real woman, who's kind of looks exactly like his ex-wife, and she does nice things for them. She even brings over a doll for a gift, an Eve doll, and that's why it's in the house. And she doesn't like it. Lindsay Lohan plays Casey. Casey doesn't like it, and well, shenanigans, mix-ups. It requires hair from the person you want to resurrect. Dear God, what would have happened if she had brought her mother back from the dead? Would she have... Lindsay Lohan, a 10-year-old, would have broken all of the natural cycle of life. There's an alternate what-if movie for you right there. 10-year-old Lindsay Lohan bringing people back from the dead. Possibly zombies, possibly not, but because Eve is a plastic toy and now has sentience and is, a good 6 feet tall, maybe in heels. I don't really know how tall she is, but she's like 27 in this. I checked because they were like, is she meant to be a teenager? But because, again, in this, the whole premise of this movie is to have our main characters here, father and daughter, reconnect, help each other understand. This is therapy. She's been in therapy, by the way. Her character, Casey's been in therapy due to the loss of her mother, as would be expected. It's a humongous loss. And they need to find each other again. They need to connect. And through this, it's sort of showing Eve what it is to be a human. What it is, not everything. You're not going to be perfect at everything. Not everything's going to go your way. And when she's in doll world, her reputation is, again, she's Barbie. She's Barbie. But Eve, not Barbie. So she has to navigate this real world, and they got 4 days. First, of course, she's like, get out of here, I don't want you to be around, but of course bonding happens. And yes, I'm telling most of the story of the movie, but again, it's 26 years old. Odds are, if you were a kid back then, you watch this. It's a TV movie. It didn't have to go to the theaters. You watched it on the Disney Channel on your little pink TV. You watched it. But yeah, I'm not like going to be drawn in or like spoiling things for kids who are like, you know what? I'm really interested in seeing a Tyra Banks movie. There's no 6-year-olds out there going, yeah. So I'm not ruining anything, but she has to learn what it is to be human. She's got to learn to sort of let go of a lot of the anger she has, and a lot of she's withdrawn from her friends. She's lonely, and so she gets a friend, even if she doesn't want her. And then, of course, there's bonding, understanding, and Dad almost hooks up with a doll. Almost. But she also has she has very charismatic, kind of energy where she can sing her theme song at a corporate party and start dancing with like a high-end CEO type guy, and everybody just loosens up and has a good time, and they only serve punch. Yes, there's one guy, what's his name, Richie is the kind of guy you figure at every office party, but you can't explain that to kids who are watching a movie in the year 2000. Starring Lindsay Lohan. They don't have punch at business meetings. They have liquor. So, but hey, you want some punch, Eve? Sure, that's great. Nobody's getting drunk at the company party. So everybody's having a great time without any alcohol. Sure. But Richie, you figure, is going to be the cad, the kind of guy who's like, oh, there's a hot new chick in the office. Yes, he hires her as an assistant because she's so qualified. She's been an astronaut and a secretary and probably a race car driver, and she's done all the things. At least she says so. She doesn't have a resume or anything, but she's apparently homeless after showing up in his daughter's room. He doesn't realize that's where she just popped into existence, but why not? Give her a job. She's pretty. And she doesn't know how to do anything, of course. And that's part of the comedy. Again, a lot of the comedy is born out of, it's aimed towards children. So, as an adult, you're only going to laugh out of embarrassment for the most part. As an adult, it's not made for you. It's not made for me. I'm not meant to like this or find it entertaining. It seems, yes, it was co-written by the director, Mark Rosman. And why do they always have to only hide the names? And Stephanie Moore. So it's aimed at a specific audience when they write these things, and it's usually whittled down by committee as to how things should be depicted. Yeah, so don't get too upset if you as an adult are like, yeah, this ain't my jam at all. Kids might like it. It does feel like something that mommy would have watched 20 years ago, maybe, or whatever, however old mommy is right now. So it's, yeah, my mom was a preteen. Mommy would have watched this. So, yeah, you could probably bond over it and see how well it's aged with your daughter. So yeah, but it's silly. It's got a dance sequence to the theme song with the main cast, like not with the credits rolling over it or anything. It's like literally they're on a set and they're all doing a special dance to the Eve doll theme song. And then, oh boy. Hey, you know what? I can't complain. I had a very similar situation when I first visited California. I actually, the company I worked for got me a hotel right next to the Mattel offices. Yeah, in El Segundo, California. I have to tell the story. I had a hotel room. And I would get in the rental and then go to the office each day. But when I would come down the elevator, there were these very attractive blonde women all over the lobby in the elevator with me, and I'm just like, I had showed up at the right time because they were auditioning new Barbies. Yeah, they were Barbie dolls come to life, and they looked it. They were spot on. Let's just say that. So I met human dolls, just like Lindsay Lohan did. So we have that in common. But yeah, as an adult, unless you watch this as a kid and just want to relive your childhood, as an adult, you're not going to find this funny or interesting or not cringe-inducing. But hey, if you were 10 back then or younger, it wouldn't have been cool to have one of your toys come to life. That would be amazing. I had tons of Star Wars action figures, obviously. Can you imagine if any of those toys came to life? I'd hang out with Luke Skywalker and Han Solo and Chewbacca and R2 and 3PO and Leia and everybody and Darth Vader. Wouldn't that be great? It'd be terrifying. Darth Vader probably wouldn't be a good choice because considering how unstable he is, he would have gotten very angry and started just doing bad stuff. So that is a different story that Disney should never tell. Lucasfilm should never tell. So I'm just saying, hey, not a great movie, not a great example of all their skills. Although she does Lindsay has always had a really good cry ability. It's a messy cry. It's a messy cry, but she's always had that ability. She's genuine in this. The adults are picking up their paycheck. But Lindsay's a kid, and she's a Disney star at this point. She's been doing her share of Disney stuff. And, she's the biggest star in this movie. It's really weird to say, but, yeah. And she's only, this tall. She's so tiny. It is weird seeing her when she's so tiny. But, yeah. Give it a shot if this is nostalgic for you and you want to see how well it aged. But hey, for the last movie to be randomly selected to date so far, there's going to be more in July. I know there's a few movies that'll be added, and if assuming they don't get just pushed over to Hulu soon after. But either way, congratulations. We've now done all of the classic Disney Channel movies that have been released on Disney Plus as of today. I've watched all of them. That's insane to me. Come on. Let's pick tomorrow's episode. 19. Okay. I'm not a huge fan of reality shows, if you don't already know that, but we're going to watch one. It's a competition show, and a lot of people do like this show, and I can understand why. I am going to eat before I watch this, because it's just going to make me really, really hungry. It's called Cake Wars. Yeah. So yeah, Disney Plus has Cake Wars. I don't know if it has all the seasons, all the episodes, but we'll find out. Cake Wars is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.